Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. Today is our third Black History Month celebration video where we do a tutorial. And today we're going to make this bag using my African print fabric and denim. So if it's something that you're interested in, please stay tuned. Okay, these are the pieces that we're going to need for today's sew along. I have a zipper. It is a 14-inch zipper. The color of your choice to match your fabric. I have these pieces. I have two of the denim and two of the African print fabric. So this is actually a 4-inch piece that I cut in half this way. So you need two of these and two of these, and this will be the top facing that we're going to use for our zipper. But I didn't make a pattern piece, so that's why it looks a little wonky. This is the body of our bag. So this is my my interior or lining, and the denim is going to be my exterior. What I am going to do is I'm going to round the corners because I think I want my corners rounded. So I will do that. And I'm just going to get something with a round edge and cut it off and do the same to the other side. This bag has a bow on it. This is the bow. So you need two of these. This is 5 inches long, well, wide, and then 13 inches long. Yeah, making sure that's right. This is also my piece for my body, but you see, if you can see, I folded it in half, so that's why it looks like that. And the body is 10 inches long and then 13 inches wide. This is the gusset. The gusset is gonna be the bottom portion of our bag. And I have the lining and the exterior. So this piece was cut on the fold. This should be 17 inches long and 3.5 inches wide. And this is for my strap. I'm going to do a color block strap. So I have two pieces that are 2 inches wide, and they are 18 inches long. And then I have two of the denim that are 2.5 inches wide and 18 inches long. And I will show you how I'm going to do those. For the strap, I am going to interface the strap, and I think that is all. I just need to interface the strap, and maybe the zipper facing. I don't know. We'll see. But I know I'm going to interface the strap, and I'm going to do that right now. And when I come back, I will show you how we're going to do the zipper first. So I just have an all-purpose zipper. And we're going to do this similar to the little bag that we did, I think, a week or so ago. So I'm going to show you how we're going to attach this. And we're going to do this part first, and then next we'll do the straps. Taking this stapler out. So the denim is my exterior and the floral is my interior. So first I sit my floral down. Then I sit my zipper on top. Now, if you're not comfortable with sandwiching the two pieces, at this point you can go and do a little what do you call it, just a stitch down here. I can't think of what kind of stitch you call it, but just a loose stitch to hold it in place. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sandwich mine together so I can keep it moving. Then I'm going to put the exterior piece face down, because the piece I want showing, I want to be able to fold it up. So I'm just going to put this on top of here. And at this point, you would pin it together. And then I'm going to sew down this edge. So once you complete it, you should have the 3 pieces. What I'm going to do is fold the fabric pieces to one side. And you're going to do what you call a finger press. So all it is taking this and pressing it down. And once you press that all to one side with your fingers, then you're going to go and top stitch this down so this will be together. So this is what you should have. And we're going to set this to the side, and next we're going to do our straps. So for the straps, I have 2 pieces. One for my denim piece and one of my pattern fabric piece. So what I'm going to do is I want to color block the straps, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So I'm going to take one of the patterned or the printed fabric and one piece of denim. And what I'm going to do is join the printed fabric and the denim at the edge on both sides. I wanted this intentionally shorter, so when you get finished with this side, it doesn't just come around and make it this and line it up, and you're going to sew this side, and at the end you should have a tube. And at this point, I am just using, as usual, I'm using the edge of my zipper foot as my guide right now. So I did the one side. I'm just going to bring this together. It's going to be awkward, but it's okay. And we're going to sew the other side, matching the edges together. If you're not comfortable with not using pins, please use a pin or a clip. I find it easier to use clips when making bags. Then you're going to take your tube and turn your tube inside out. So this is what you should have. Mine is a little twisted. So when you press it down, you should have a little denim. You should have a little denim outlining the other edge. It was my intentions anyway. So I'm going to iron this down so I can see exactly what it's going to look like. I'm kind of feeling the little twist that it has going on. I'm kind of feeling that. I wasn't intentionally trying to do it, but when you're your own designer, you do what you do. So what I'm gonna do before I iron this, I'm gonna do the other one and see if it twists up like that. If it twists up like that, I might leave it twisted. So this is what it's looking like, and I actually like this. That's cute. Let's see if I can get this one to do. the same. So now I'm just gonna decide. I guess it doesn't really matter. But probably more on this side. This will probably be my side that face me like this on the bag. I did forget to do the interfacing, which is okay because the denim is kind of on the thick side. But if you're using quartz cotton, you do want to interface it just to give it stiffer, especially your handles, just to make it stiffer. But right now, I am going to go down the edge of both sides with a seam, one on each side, and then we will be finished with the straps, and then we can start putting together the bag, the body of the bag, I'll say. So let me put the seams down the side of my straps. Kind of debating if I want 4 or 2, one on each side or 2 on each side. I'll see as I start stitching how it looks with 2, and then I may do 4. And I'll show you guys what I do. So what I decided to do was 4. I did the first stitch at the 1/4 seam guide on my plate right here, and then I went to the half inch for the second one. The first one is 1/4, the second one is a 1/2 inch. I do have one of these metal pieces that you just put, and it just helps keep you from going all over the place. So I'm going to do this with do the second one with that, and then we'll be back to assemble the bag. So the first part I'm going to do is the bow, and all that consists of at this point is to sew a seam down each side lengthways, the long way. So I'm just gonna do a seam down here, a seam down here. Again, you're gonna have the little tube, and all we're gonna do is turn the tube inside out and iron it and put it to the side. And for the bow, I use a 1/4 seam allowance. All I'm gonna do is turn it. This is a little, if you know those little tables that you eat off of, well, we had one that was wobbly. So I made it into a little ironing board. Then when I was traveling, I didn't feel like keeping the legs on, so I took the legs off. So that's why it looks a little heavy, because it is. It's wood under here. But I love it. It turned out to be an excellent ironing board, so I take it everywhere. So I'm just gonna iron this down. And again, we're gonna go down the edge with the 1/4 seam on each end, and we're gonna put this to the side. This is going to be our bow, if I did not say that already. And I will show you how that's going to work out in a little bit. Okay, I did want to round my sides, so I'm going to go at this time and I'm going to round my sides. It's not going to be anything special. As a matter of fact, I don't even have to go. I'll just round it right here. And what I do to one side, I'm just going to do to the other. So I'm going to round the I'm just going to freehand it. So I just freehand rounded it. So this curve, I'm just going to use that to cut the rest of my curves. If you want to, you can leave yours straight. That is up to you. So I'm just going to take one of these. Let me take it loose. Now that I have this side done, I'm just going to take this side and fold it over. And I'm going to use that side to cut the rest of these. You're doing it, I'm doing it like I did these two together, because you normally, when you cut, if you cut on the fold, you can cut 2 pieces of fabric together. You don't want to do 4 pieces together, because that's going to make your fabrics uneven. So that's why I did the first 2, and then I used that as the guide to do the other one. I folded this over to do this together, so I wouldn't be off. And now I'm going to cut this, the second piece of denim, and then after I cut the second piece of denim, I'm going to cut the lining. Okay. So now let's put the lining together. So you're just going to take the gusset and you're going to pin this. And it's okay that it's too long, because all I did was measure the bottom and the sides, and I added those numbers together to get the length that I needed. But as long as it fits your body, you're fine. Now on this one, we're gonna go all the way around. When we add the other side, we're gonna leave an opening at the bottom so we can flip it. And it's a 1/2 inch, guys. The seam allowance is a 1/2 inch. Just take your time going around the edges. All right, today's Black History sewist designer that we're going to highlight today, his name is Christopher Rogers. He is famous for his love of color. He uses color very boldly, and some of his clients are, but not limited to, Lizzo, Rihanna, Cardi B, and he also was a designer for the former First Lady Michelle Obama. So today we would like to highlight Christopher John Rogers as our Black History Month designer sewist for this video. All right, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. I hope you're enjoying making this bag. I really like this bag. This was my own creation that I created off of something that I saw off Pinterest. So I hope that you enjoy it. Hope it's not too difficult, and stay tuned. Okay, I sewn the interior. I did leave an opening so I can flip the bag. What I'm going to do now is going to clip into my edges where the curve is on all four edges. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to get started on the exterior of the bag, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to join the two together, and then we're going to come back and show you how to put the two together, and we're going to put the zipper and assemble everything, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'll be back. Now on the exterior of the gusset, of the bag, I have put the gusset and the one side together. So I have one side left to do. Now this is where we want to put our bow. So you just want to put this wherever you want your bow to land. I'm thinking about right here, because you're going to sew this down, and then we're going to gather this like that, like so. So I'm wondering, do I need to do, okay. All right. Okay, I didn't make it long enough. So I'm gonna put it, let's see where it lands. So I'm gonna attach it with a basting stitch, just so I can see where it's gonna be at, and then I can measure and tell you guys where you should place yours. I need to come out a little bit, I know. So I added the band for the bow, and what I did was it is about 1/4 of an inch away from the edge because I should have cut this longer. So I made this bow the width of the bag, so you want to make it 1 inch longer, just so you will have room for, because right now we have to gather this. And I forgot to make the little piece to put right here. So we're just going to use this scrap piece because we had excess of the, let me see. Yeah. So I'm just going to use this piece. All we need is just a scrap piece. I'm going to cut it down, and I'll let you know how long this is, because on my pattern I have, it should be 2 inches by 1.5. So right now I have 4 inches, and we'll leave it at that, just so we can have and what I'm gonna do is fold the edges in so they meet in the middle, and fold it again so they meet. And I'm finna stitch on each end, on each side, just to hold that down. I did not iron. You can iron it if you want, but I did not iron it. And I forgot to move this back, so let's go down that again. Put this over here. Now we want to take our the piece with our bow, and you just want to gather, just kind of pinch and gather, pinch and gather. And I'm going to sew this down. I'm just going to go back and forth one more time. I'm going to cut this off. And I'm going to move that to the back. And if you want, and if it makes you feel better, you can take, what I was going to say, you can take a needle, just a hand needle, and sew this down if you like. I'm not going to do that, but I am going to sew this down because it was coming up, and I don't want it to come up. All right. And there's our bow on our bag. so now I'm going to add this to the other side and I will return. Okay, now I want to add my handles. These are just going to be, I guess, I don't know what you call them, like this bucket handles, I guess. They're going to be on the side. So whenever I do the one side, you want to make sure you do it and have it even with the other side. Both handles should be on the inside once you're finished, and I'll be back. Now with the outside of your bag, you still want to clip your edges, so make sure that you clip into your edges. When I say clip into your edges, I mean like this. You don't want to clip through the seam, but you want to clip up to the seam. So there should be clips in there. So now what you want to do is take the inside of your bag and turn it inside out and stick it inside the exterior of your bag. So you should have right sides facing. So the right side of the outside and the right side of the inside should be facing each other. The seam should be on, I got that one wrong. The seams, you should see the seams on the outside here, and you should see your seams in here. So now what I'm going to do is line this up. What I'm doing now is just pinning all the way around, and I'm going to sew these together at the edge using not 1/4. I'll say you can use you can use 1/4 to a 1/2 inch, depending on what you want. I think I'm gonna use a 1/4 because when we pull the bag inside out, I would like to top stitch. So I think I'm gonna do 1/4 right here, but you can do up to a 1/2. But right now I'm going to join the two together, and then I'm going to show you how we pull it inside out. Okay, so now I've stitched all the way around. So what you want to do is reach in and feel for where you left the opening. And then what you're going to do is pull the bag through the opening. And I probably should have left a bigger opening, but pull the bag through the opening. So I'm gonna do this. It's gonna work. I just should have left a bigger opening, but it's still gonna work. I just gotta take my time. But I'm gonna flip it inside out. All you do is just pulling the bag out. And then I will return and show you what we're gonna do next. Okay, I got the bag inside out. I still have my hand on the inside of the bag, just pushing out those edges. And now we can close this up. So you're just gonna fold this to the inside. And you can stitch it with your hand, but I don't do that. It's on the inside, so I'm going to close it with my machine. And push this in here, like so. Now you want to push it. Now you can do one or two things. You can leave, depending on how big you measure, you can leave some of the edge showing like that if you want to, which is really cute, or you can push it all the way in where it's not showing at all, like that. I'm gonna turn mine in just a little bit all the way around, and I'm gonna go what they call stitch in the ditch, and I'm gonna stitch all the way around in this seam right here. and then I will return. So now we're gonna put the zipper. I'm gonna pin it to the I'm gonna pin it to the edge, not the side, but the long side, not the short side. And I'm going to sew it down. Yeah. Starting at the edge. And I'm gonna do that on both sides. So here's what I did. I joined the zipper portion on the long sides of the bag. So, and when I sewed it in from the inside and went on top of the stitch I had already did, just to keep from having multiple stitches. Now what I'm going to do is cut this extra seam like halfway down, and then when I fold it in, I'm gonna top stitch it again so it'll lay in here. But right now this is what it should look like. And I'm just gonna top stitch it so that it will be, I'm gonna top stitch it like this. So I'm gonna finger press this down like that. And go from the edge down on both sides. And then I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do to the exposed ends in 1 second. But right now I'm gonna top stitch this so that it kind of sits on the inside, and then I'll be back. Okay. So now I've done the sides. And you can see now it actually sits in. And now I'm going to do the raw edges right here. And I'm going to show you what I do to that. So right now I'm going to get me 2 scrap pieces of this inner fabric and cut it and make me 2 binding pieces. So I'm going to cut all this excess off, and I'm going to make it's like an edge, and this part will be showing on the top. So I'm going to go do that and cut those pieces and iron them down, and then I'll be back and show you what I'm talking about. So I have created a little piece of binding. It's just a square that I ironed in half and then ironed it in half again to put in the and folded it. So what I'm going to do is just cover this edge. I'm going to cover the edge of this with my binding, like so, and it's going to be exposed. And then I'm gonna fold the insides on the end, fold them in, and I'll do one side and show you. But on this side, all I did was fold this down that way and under like that. So I'm gonna leave that side like this. There's a stopper that was already on the zipper that I did not cut, so it won't, the zipper won't come off. And I'm gonna sew this down and show you a close-up of what I'm saying. So what I did was I folded this over the edge and I folded inside one side and then put the other side on top of it, and I'm going to stitch this down this way and I'm gonna go across. So we finished, y'all. This our little bag. And I will do a better picture tomorrow, my Friday sews, when I finish the skirt that's going to match it. But we probably could have made the bow a little wider, but I still like it. It's cute. And the zipper. The inside. There you have it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoyed making this bag. Like I said, it was a self-drafted pattern. I hope it wasn't too difficult to follow. I like it. I'm proud of it. I'm about to go and make a skirt to match this. And I will show that on my Friday Sews video. So if you'd like to see what else I've made this week, don't forget to tune into my Friday Sews. And have a great day. And don't forget to sew something fabulous.